Peak performance is possible provided you leverage your strengths. Success is addictive in nature. I saw there is a dearth of salespeople more than the doctors and engineers on planet. Sales is a profession where you can make much more than a doctor and or as an engineer or an attorney. Don't condition yourselves because somebody told you are good at this and you are bad.
Hey, you are listening to Dream 100 Business Show podcast with Savita Hosamane. Dear listener, we have hit the 100th episode and we couldn't have done it without each one of you. Your loyalty and enthusiasm is what keeps us motivated to bring you valuable content week after week. First and foremost, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude for your continued support. And guess what? In addition to this milestone, we have an exciting announcement to unveil. We are thrilled to announce that we have Mr. Suresh Babu, founder of One Life Academy, with us today as our special podcast guest. One Life Academy completes 10 years of its inception and is celebrating their 10th anniversary with our 100th episode. What a double celebration! And what a joy. Suresh Babu is a highly accomplished strength performance coach, and he brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the table. We are honored to have him as our guest for our special episode. So get ready for insightful discussions, thought-provoking conversations, and for peak execution celebrations towards the end from One Life Academy and Dream 100 Business Show. When I met Suresh Babu and he said he conducts strength training sessions to attain peak performance at work, I was extremely curious to know how strength training can help business owners and organizations. As my idea of strength training was only limited to physical fitness, and I had recently trained for my Everest Base Camp trek as well. My strength analysis was done before I left for the trek, and I was able to complete the trek successfully because of the training. And I was amazed to know that strength training can be done in business scenarios as well. Suresh Babu helps people attain results easily, effortlessly, and efficiently. And he's been helping people to harness their peak potential for the past 10 years successfully. How does he do it? Let's hear it out right here, right now, on the 100th episode of Dream 100 Business Show. And without any ado, let's get started. So, welcome to Dream 100 Business Show, Mr. Suresh. It's truly an honor and pleasure to have you here. Super excited as we have double dhamaka. One is we are on the 100th episode and it is your decade of experience in coaching. So this is something which is exciting for both of us.
Absolutely. I can't agree more, Savita. Thanks a lot for this opportunity.
Awesome. We have always been listening about peak performance, but when it comes to strength performance, you are an expert on strength performance. So what is the difference?
That's a very good question. See, good amount of people can't answer this. Me being a Clifton Strengths Finder coach and having practiced for more than a decade, peak performance is possible provided you leverage your strengths.
Wow.
What do I mean by that? In Clifton Strengths Finder, we have 34 talents, which Don Clifton from Gallups did research around tens and thousands of people, and they came with 34 talents. All of us, you, me, the audience, everybody is having 34 talents in a sequence. So through the assessment, we'll get to know the hierarchy. Now, presume that a peak performance coach will say, hey, you should have discipline. Or he or she will say, you need to focus. What I say is, hey, if discipline is 26 out of 34, how do you expect them naturally to be disciplined? And similarly, focus. You are expecting him or her to focus, whereas focus is in 32nd position.
Oh.
So please don't burden them. Human beings would love to do what they like to do. And even if they send them to ISB or Harvard, they'll complete the certification and come back, but they will go back to what they are good at naturally.
Okay.
This is what I love about Clifton Strengths Finder.
Mm-hmm.
We have top 5, we have top 10, we have bottom 5. So once the assessment is done, then I will ensure that they will leverage this knowledge and these talents, work on them like each one works by going to a workout in a gymnasium, and convert those talents into strengths and get the results. It's a huge science, and I think this is the shortest explanation I can give to answer. Peak performance is absolutely great, but are you customizing to the person's talents and strengths? Answer is no, whereas we do that.
This is something really amazing because we are always focusing on getting performance better. But to get that performance, what are the strengths required? Just like as you said beautifully in a gym also, physical fitness, they do strength training and only then we are able to perform in our treks or whatever. This is something which I can relate to beautifully now. Usually, what are the common type of misconceptions people have regarding strength performance?
That's nice question. During my childhood, I was an absolute talkative, and everybody used to call me chatterbox. And that became so high, I felt chatterbox is a gali or it is an abused word. And I wanted to avoid that. And then I started becoming silent.
Oh,
And fast forward, thanks to Microsoft, where I served for 8 years, that's where I got to know about Clifton Strengths Finder. Then I saw I'm supposed to be making money by speaking.
oh,
Public speaking is number one fear. And for me, more the merrier. You leave me on a stage with 10,000 people, I'll start dancing. Dance means not dance in terms of talking, it's like a dance for me.
mm-hmm.
So the misconception is people think, okay, this is your strength, this is your strength, this is your strength. Somebody tells 10 times, they think that is their strength. Similarly, they say, you're not good at this, you're not good at this, you're not good at that, they think that is their. Why do you go with that element? Just 45 minutes from the world's best organization at an affordable price, complete the assessment, then decide for yourselves what are your talents, what are your strengths. We are not in that days where you have to travel to US to complete something. It's all online now.
Mm-hmm.
So myth number 1 is don't condition yourselves because somebody told you are good at this and you are bad at this. I'm telling both.
Mm-hmm.
The second myth, all our life we had been listening, lead by strengths, lead by strengths, lead by strengths. Can you show me one person who attempted to understand what are the strengths and it has become like a movie title, lead by strengths. So it is absolutely easy to lead by strengths where you will be investing very less energy to get the job. That's the reason I always tell stop working hard, start working smart. The third myth, everybody knows if you have to remove one door as a carpenter, you need a screwdriver, you need some tools to hold it, and you know what is to be done. However, each carpenter does the same job in a different way. What if I tell you these are your top 5 tools? Please use them in anything and everything. Now, do you need to put so much of extra effort unnecessarily?
Not
I
really.
have Relator in my top 1. And those of you who are listening to this podcast, who are going through this, I am sure you will agree my relationship management with my clients, with my friends, with my students is amazing. It comes naturally. Communication is in my top 5. That is helping me articulate with the right word at the right time without looking at anything. I'm not a graduate in English or post graduation in English, something like that. No. So these are the myths people are living. I would love to see they come out of that. Believe that it works when it is working for 80% of Fortune 100. Give me one reason why it does not work for you.
Amazing. So here I have a question which just cropped into my mind. People would have already chosen their professions. So they are already doing something. So now, after taking this assessment, don't you think so? They will be in a dilemma. What is this? I'm doing something which is not related to what I'm supposed to be doing. So, how will they change their profession or their
Beautiful.
activities?
Thanks for asking. I think I will do this as the fourth myth.
Okay.
To make it more challenging and more dynamic for our audience, because all of them are listening to this as the 100th episode and the 10th year of One Life Academy. Can you give me an example of one profession? Make it lively.
Okay, let's take my own example.
Okay.
See, I am into business. In the business profession as well, how do I know what I'm doing is actually right for me or not? Because my heart felt that I am not suitable in a corporate role. I just quit my job and I started off. Now, after, because even I have almost completed 10 years, 11th year in my own business. And now, when you say that you are not suited for it, so where do I go?
Beautiful. Very good question. Point number one, that situation does not come to make a mention that it is not suitable.
Mhm.
Say, for instance, I told communication is in my top five, maximizer is in my top five, relator is in my top five. I am only talking how to leverage what is there in top five for my profession. So, for your profession, we will identify what are the top five and how you can leverage them such that instead of doing 8 hours job for 8 hours work, what if I tell you in 3 hours you complete 8 hours job?
Wow.
Leveraging your own. That's the reason I said your tools. So somebody coming and telling this tool is your natural way of doing things, please use this, buddy. So we will not get into that situation that this profession is not for you. In your profession, how do you use these five talents instead of running around the bush?
Okay, I got it now. So all you'll be doing is you'll be just helping us to accelerate rather than as a catalyst. It is not that you will be asking us to take a D route or something like that. How best in the same route, how can we overcome our obstacles? How can we jumpstart and how can we just go in a smoother way and in a less stressful way is what this strength training is all about.
Absolutely bang on. Let's go back to the first question. Peak performance in a scientific and predictable manner is strength performance.
So you build on your strengths so that you start attaining peak performance. And
exactly.
Now I get it.
And where are those strengths? Within you.
Wow.
They are your own strengths. As a matter of fact, we use the word innate. And most powerful word used by Gallups, if you can check up on the website, is talent DNA. It's not Suresh Babu's words. I am helping Savita to understand her talent DNA. I will understand your profession and I will say, why are you not leveraging these DNAs which you're already having?
Wow. Okay, amazing. I think then each one of us should be taking up this test.
Yes, I think.
Oh, wow. And can you give me one example of a success story from your coaching practice who had come just like me and now significantly they have changed in their performance and they have achieved their goals? So one
Perfect.
example, real-time example.
Real-time examples, I will give you multiple. I am working with a managing director of a manufacturer. He had been very, very successful and grew like crazy so far. I always use the word success is addictive in nature. People who did not taste success will not invest on being more successful. People who tasted success will keep on investing again and again and again and again. So this person had 3-4 perception about himself. Suresh, probably I am not good at this, I have to change. Suresh, this is not working for me, I have to change. Suresh, this is what is happening, what do I do? Because this is what they thought a coach will tell in terms of, oh, you are not good at this, you have to work on that. do this program, sign up with this university or college. I said, you know what? Those are your talents. Look at the report. And you are successful because you have those talents. Now, would you like to throw those tools into ocean? Please take away from your mind. Whatever you are thinking like that is because somebody told you. But what is there in the report? Now we have to leverage the aspects in the report. I will take one example. Deliberative is one amongst the 34 talents. People with deliberative are the ones who would love to do maximum research, maximum analysis, talk to multiple people before taking a decision. Now, in the process, does procrastination kick in or not?
Definitely.
And now they don't look at deliberative, but they say, I'm procrastinating unless. Everybody is telling me I am not responding in a timely manner. I'm failing in meeting my deadlines. Now I will go and plug deliberative because too much is too bad. How much of deliberation is required before taking a decision in the timelines available? So on such 1-2 aspects, when I start working with my clients, A, they will start respecting themselves.
Wow.
B, they will start accepting themselves. And once this change comes, what happens to self-esteem?
It shoots up.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Then now they're very clear, hey, deliberative is my top 5. So I have to pick up those jobs where I have to find multiple reasons and take it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, all 34, I can talk for 34 hours.
Oh my God. Okay. So how long do you think, like once a person gets assessed and they know like these are the areas where they need to work upon themselves. So what would be the duration on an average for an individual or for an organization to start seeing actual results?
Okay, that's a very good question. At an individual level for business owners and CXOs, I have a program which is for about 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
In that, along with Clifton Strengths Finder, I use MBTI, that is Myers Big Type Indicator, to know the personality. I also use one more assessment by name Strong Interest Inventory, which helps people understand their passion. Instead of talking about Ikigai, they can get a report. And entrepreneurs can go through another thing for entrepreneurship profiling. So all these 4 are included, and that is a 6 weeks package, which is like, I feel essential. However, application is subject to their applying it on the work. Knowing is knowing, doing is doing. If people don't do, probably it will be too much of a claim for me to tell I'll guarantee results.
Mm-hmm.
However, I will also ask them, why do you think you are not in a position to apply? And I'll take out one among these 34 and tell this is the reason.
Awesome.
Because of that, one of my client is a doctor, and a very interesting niche program is a radiologist with fetal specialization. And he wanted to launch his book. 90 days, we were in a position to complete that.
Wow.
Which was in pending for about 3 years.
Oh.
Just to conclude, not to keep the question in abeyance, the least one can expect is invest 1 hour in assessment, invest 2 hours in terms of my administration and helping them know, and probably take about week 2 weeks to apply judiciously, consciously, intentionally. They will see the result.
Wow.
You made me think and come with one more offering. 15 days may result guarantee. Yeah.
Amazing. Now let's hear about his second venture, Ample Courses. So if somebody is not in the same place as you, can they connect with you, and will you be able to help them with this online sessions as well?
Very much. Thanks for asking that question. Me being an ex-Microsoftian and who was involved in Microsoft 365 before launch, and I can call myself as a futurist because I had been always looking at things ahead of time. A simple example is my digital transformation initiative, Ample Courses, is my second venture, which we launched in 2019 Feb. And we envisioned in 2016, And everything happened 1 year before COVID.
Oh, so you are already prepared for COVID.
It's not prepared, it's God's grace and my talents and my visioning. We went online because of that. We are fully equipped in terms of all our services online.
Amazing.
Okay, so coaching is happening online, training is happening online, and thanks in 2022 we went global, and now we are exporting our services. So now we are serving clients on Clifton Strengths Finder assessment and workshop from countries like Denmark, South Africa, Egypt, and Nigeria. Now, I think this gives confidence if they are in Bombay or Delhi or Hyderabad, online is no big deal.
Awesome. So will it be pre-recorded courses or will it be live sessions?
So here I would like to make a mention, whatever we had been talking about is coaching. Okay. And in coaching, it can be in person or online the way I mentioned. And the way I understand is the programs from Ample Courses, that is my second venture. There we don't believe in pre-recorded. When we have a pre-recorded, you have an option of next, complete and get a green. Whereas at Ample Courses, we have live trainers who will pause, who will ask, who will check whether the person is looking at the camera or not, are they nodding or not, are they giving a smile or not, are they good answering our quiz or not. We have designed it like that. So it's all online with in-person trainer. Our programs are like that, and I don't subscribe to pre-recorded. And the worldwide statistics also says people who buy pre-recorded programs, only 5% of them are less than that complete 100%. And in online with live trainers, 80% of the people complete 100% in our Ample Courses programs, because our trainers are too good in keeping the audience engaged.
Wow. So when it comes to building relationships with our own selves, and then with our profession, building a relationship with our profession. So can you throw some light on this relationship management?
Definitely, Savita. I think it's getting very, very interesting. Let me talk about myself. I was always feeling challenged. When I am at office, when I'm in my professional world, I'm in a position to manage relationships so very well. But when I come to home, I'm failing miserably. And that's the feedback I'm getting from my dad, I'm getting from my wife, I'm getting from myself, because the frustrations are there and unhappiness is there. When I got to know that we are all unique and there is a science behind our uniqueness, then everything changes. Let me talk about in personality type. The most easily understood one is extroversion and introversion. So I'll give a personal example and a professional example. Amazing. The personal is very close to my heart because it's related to mothers. And irony is I lost my mom, so I have special space for mothers everywhere. Most of the mothers, or good number of mothers, are unhappy with their child when the child is not bubbly, talkative, running around, and very high on energy. They always say, my child, you know what, it doesn't mix up with people. I don't know what will happen once he or she becomes an adult. I don't know what to do. I always say, why are you concerned? That is their personality type. Probably they are introvert. Let us check whether they are introvert or an extrovert. Once they are an introvert, there is a method to handle it. I am sure you will agree, even introverts, once you do 3 steps, that is maintaining a relationship, giving them a confidence and listening to them, giving their private space, they speak better than extroverts. But the first 3 steps, they don't know what to do. This is happening on the personal front. On professional front, I was fortunate enough to work with an organization which is big time into the hard disks and data space. Their all India sales team went through MBTI assessment and workshop. I asked them, your organization is the giant, you are giants, you are very successful, profit booking, big name in the industry. Why are you going for this MBTI workshop. They told very clearly, we understand that people are different. And when we are dealing with human beings, to build a relationship, first of all, we have to respect them as it is.
Wow.
So, a person who's not closing the deal, probably from MBTI language, is a P type of personality who loves keeping things pending.
Oh,
Once you identify, you don't push and ask them for the order. Then you talk about IPL, you talk about Shah Rukh Khan, you talk about Pakistan, you talk about what is happening in Ukraine, and say thank you, see you, bye bye. But that person is so happy because you're not pushing. Again and again and again, you deal with them, and then they say, please come and pick up your order. Because they're not frustrated with you. Else, a common salesperson, what will he say? I'm supposed to follow 5 times, 7th time, people will give business. They will know all that GAN, funnel, 8, 10, trickling. They'll say, sir, when can I expect an order? I had been coming to you for past 6 months. I have to report. You tell at least after 3 months, is it okay? Then I will put it in my report. Hello. It's not going to work like that. So these are the 2 examples I can give you in terms of relationship. So from StrengthsFinder, I picked up Relator, and from MBTI, I'm picking up I'm an extrovert and an intuition and a feeling. So this helps me maintain my relationship. And if it is working for me, I can guarantee it will work for you and everybody.
Now is the time to understand his latest venture, Indian Sales Academy. I also see that you have launched your newest venture called as Indian Sales Academy. Through this academy, what problems do you intend to solve for organizations and for B schools?
Okay, so first I will connect the dots with my personality and then tell why do I keep on starting something or other new. So I have strategy in my top 5 talents. People with strategy would love to do multiple things. People always say you stay focused. Who say like that is people who can stay focused. And they don't have a clue. There are few people who can't stay focused. And I belong to that category. And I am leveraging that. So instead of focusing on only on One Life Academy, I started ample courses before COVID. And in 2022, we started Indian Sales Academy. Now I will come to your question. As a business coach, when I'm working with most of the business owners, I saw there is a dearth of salespeople more than the doctors and engineers on planet.
Oh.
Good salespeople are not available.
Yes.
What I mean by that, salesperson should not look at Monday to Friday. Salesperson should not look at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. because the more they sell, the more incentivized. So they're actually entrepreneurs. But that psyche is missing. So what we want to do from Indian Sales Academy is pick up folks fresh from college, train them on all the things which are required in terms of image, in terms of communication, in terms of interviewing skills, in terms of basics of sales, and also learn about the product of the hire them. So we are going with a punchline. We will provide sales force who are going to sell from day one.
Wow.
So we are going to save 2 to 3 months of the training period. Similarly, we are going to help the B schools across the country with people who want to get into sales as a profession. And we have so many reasons to make a mention that sales is a profession where you can make much more than a doctor and or as an engineer or an attorney, provided you really become a great salesperson. Already we are working with 2-3 huge organizations who are very keen to listen to us. They are very happy about it. So people who are looking at hiring across the country all through the month in hundreds and thousands are the only people whom we will help, not in single digits.
Awesome. You have solved A major problem for business schools as well as for big businesses who are on the lookout for salespersons.
See, I'm talking about peak performance and strengths-based performance, right? I am telling you will get to know whether it is a proper relationship on day one or not. So your attrition is almost zero unless something goes back. So 80-20 Pareto law, we can put it across. So we would like to see that if they are hiring salespeople across the country, they should think of Indian Sales Academy. And all the B schools should feel pride to be associated with Indian Sales Academy and Ambulances. So that's my vision. God is great. And people like you to support us in promoting and making the world know is important.
Yeah, when the intent is good, obviously it will reach out to the masses, I'm sure. So you are coming out with an excellent book called as Excellence in Execution. Can you just give a brief overview of this book and to whom it is and how does it actually help in getting this book on our hands?
Sure. So this had been my pet project for long. There is no dearth of ideas, there are no dearth of innovations, but the challenge is implementation. As you got to know me, I'm an expert around people management on one side, project management on the other side, and I have the world's best certification, project management professional, and I do deliver trainings for none other than CII organizations of that nature. On people front, we spoke a lot about MBTI and Clifton Strengths Finder. So I am trying to get this knowledge in the shape of a book. And this is the Western world. So in Western world, taking action, completing the goal, completing the project is what will be covered. So it's not about project managers, it's about business. You could be a small entrepreneur or you could be a politician who wants to launch a political party. Still, they can use these project principles and take it forward.
Wow.
So professors and lecturers can help by giving this book to their students to complete their project in the scheduled timelines. And I am a convent educated boy from an urban city, and I did not get an opportunity to get into the eastern part of education. And probably with age or with wisdom, you get interested in that. So now I'm investing a lot of my time around the eastern way of doing it. So in this book, I'm going to bring the principles of manifestation from the eastern scripts. Okay, because there is Icha Shakti, there is something known as Kriya Shakti, and that energy is missing in terms of getting job done. So I'm bringing that aspects, and to top it, people will be amazed to know how to leverage Fibonacci series in success, and they will also learn a lot of principles of Gautam Buddha, whom we know as King Siddharth, in terms of the success of the business. So this is going to be a completely unique book. And if somebody is looking at implementation or somebody is looking at executing a project, this is a must-read book.
Wow. So it's going to be a blend of the East and the West top principles. Yes. Amazing. I would love to have a copy of it.
Definitely, you will definitely get a copy of it.
Thanks. But if our listeners want to get a copy of it, is there a way they can reach out to you?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. What can we do is, having listened to this, they may be having some questions. They may be having some learnings. So I urge all of you to go to our website, onelifeacademy.in. And there is an form to fill in terms of how can we help you type of thing. There you can mention, what are the couple of things you liked and what is the question you have. And finally, just write down, can I have a gift?
Wow.
So I will ensure whoever is asking will get one in the initial set of copies. Let us do this way. This is the gift as the 100th podcast and the 10th anniversary from my side, and people who listen to this completely only can mention a couple of learnings and then they can ask. So yeah, I'll be more than happy. Let me tell you one thing. quitting Microsoft, coming away from that plush life, and doing what I'm doing as a coach and a trainer. More than profession, this is a passion. I would love to see people don't fail the way I failed. I'd love to see people learn from my failure. And that's the reason we do a lot of webinars, we do conduct training programs. And this book also is one amongst our effort because it's not a financially viable solution at all. So yeah, that's what I want to talk it. It's not a gift, it's what you deserve having heard me out. And if we resonate to in a proper manner, please ask me. I'll be more than happy. But don't forget to give your address and email ID.
Awesome. So, if people want to reach out to you in terms of taking their assessments and bringing about strength training in their personal as well as in their professional lives, how do they get in touch with you?
They should reach you. That's the easiest one because they know you more than me. So they can reach you. Even otherwise, I think my presence on social media is excellent. My mobile number is 9945 226624. I repeat, 9945 226624. You can reach me or on LinkedIn or Facebook, wherever it is. And I told about One Life Academy website. So yeah, please reach me out and let me see how I can help you. If money is a stopper, please understand, I went through, I can use the word, the worst possible situations as far as money is concerned. So I empathize, life tests people. So don't stop, just ask whatever it is mentioned in the communication channel. We'll see what can be done.
Amazing. I'm sure there will be a lot of people who can get benefited. I'm sure whoever listens to it, even they would definitely be interested because our innate desire is, like, as you said, everybody wants to do well in their lives. And if there is a path and if there is a proven path, why not?
Exactly. Whatever you have, the resources inside, you leverage it to the fullest.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for giving all your insights, all your wisdom.
I should say a big thanks to you and congratulations because executing and implementing a project and bringing it to 100th show is no easy from that standpoint. And I always say one thing as a concluding point, I would like to leave with this message. These are the 3 words which will make everybody successful. The 3 words are: you must be crazy to the core about what you are doing. You must be crazy to the core what you are doing, and you should make it as easy as possible for people who come to you when you are giving your product and service. And you should never ever forget, people would love to stay lazy. So please make it easy by being crazy. And with that, I would like to conclude this.
Loved it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Namaste.
I thank Suresh Babu from the bottom of my heart for gracing this 100th episode and for giving away all those gifts and his beautiful message towards the end of this podcast. My top 3 learnings that have the power to transform and elevate personal growth are as follows. My first learning is that peak performance can be attained by any person provided they work on their talents and strengths. My second learning, with assessment, you have the power to decide what your strengths are and what your talents are scientifically and not by what others have judged you and you have been conditioned in your mind. My third learning is that respect persons for who they are. Thank you so much for these insights. We couldn't have asked for a better guest than Suresh Babu to share this 100th episode milestone, isn't it? And now it's time to share your learning, listener, and get empowered. Do care to share this episode with your friends who you feel will benefit. And now let's remember that the greatest gift of all is the knowledge and inspiration we gain from each other. So let's continue to learn, share, and grow together. We can't wait to embark on the next leg of this incredible journey together. And here's to the next 100 episodes and beyond. Thank you so much.